Alright, YouTubers, what's going on? Got a nice new product here for you. This is a new holster from Alienware, and they call this the Cloak Mod outside the waistband holster. Something that's actually not quite on the market yet. They sent me this for an early review along with a few other fellow YouTubers, so we'll kind of go and get into it a little bit. So I'm a big fan of their inside the waistband holster. This is one here, and you can see it's kind of missing some stuff. Well, that's because I took the shell off, and that's one of the reasons why we're going to do in this video, is to show you how easy it is to swap those. But just to kind of highlight some features of the outside the waistband Cloak Mod is it comes with a paddle or a belt slide attachment. I prefer the paddle. That's just and it looks like an alien, which is pretty sweet. It is adjustable for camp from 0 to 15 degrees. You have a steel flex core for retention in there, and you'll notice, see how I push down it there and you can hear it. That's actually the steel core, so let's make sure this is safe, which it is. And you can see, I'm going to kind of show you how that works. Watch how as I push this Glock 19 in, see how it kind of flexed right there? See, it has more flex right here. So it's a really cool design. It has great, geez, you cannot get this out unless you want it to, but then it unholsters very easy. That's kind of hard to do on camera, so we'll get some range footage as well. So a swappable shell. So that's one of the main reasons why I had my inside the waistband holster, because I actually swapped this from my inside the waistband holster from Alien Gear here, and I took off this shell and simply with these 4 screws installed it on this outside the waistband holster. That is one of the coolest features of this holster, guys, is that it's modular, that it's so easy to switch from one holster to another, from one gun to another, from inside the waistband to outside the waistband. You have such modularity with this system, and I really, really like it. You can get these shells for like $10 if you have additional weapons. They also do an exchange, like if you get a new gun and maybe sell. So let's say I didn't have my Glock 19 anymore and I wanted to get it for a, I don't know, a VP9 or something like that. They'll swap those out for you, which is really cool. It also, I also got a shell here for my 1911, and I was going to swap this back onto the outside the waistband holster, but just as easy I could swap it onto this holster for inside the waistband carry. So that's what's so cool about this, guys. Such a great idea, great product, and you don't have to buy 10 different holsters for each gun. So you have adjustable retention as well, as with all their, you can adjust it with the screws. I'd recommend once you find the adjustable, the tension you want, you do Loctite it. I have had them back out on me a little bit, but with Loctite that won't be a problem. So, and this just kind of highlights some of the features of the holster here. And one thing they kind of give you is a step-by-step guide here on how to customize your Cloak Mod outside the waistband holster, which is really cool. So if you want to switch this out to the belt slide, it comes standard with the paddle attachment. If you want to swap it out to the belt slide, you do have to take this holster completely apart to do so. But there's some nice instructions, nice color. Just really good quality. For the money, it's really kind of crazy, what you get here. So I'm really digging it. I'm going to actually switch this over to, I've been using it for my Glock 19. And I think for our range footage, I may have it swapped over to my 1911. Haven't really decided what we're going to do yet. But that's so nice, is you just take this little Allen wrench that's included, undo these 4 screws, put the new shell on, good to go. Really, really cool. So let's go ahead and head out to the range, see how it performs as far as your retention, drawing, all those kind of things, how those work. But a really, really high quality piece, guys. I'm really impressed for the money. I think these are going to come to market. They're usually around $40. I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me on that price. Could be a little bit more, maybe $45. But they're really, really inexpensive compared to a lot of outside the waistband holsters, Kydex and such. And you have the awesome modularity of Alien Gear, plus the lifetime warranty, and you have the lifetime holster, shell swap. So you really only need to buy one holster. That's what's cool about it. So, all right, guys. We'll see you out there. Guys, we're up here shooting, and we are going to talk a little about the Alien Gear Cloak Mod outside the waistband holster. Do a little tabletop. Just going to do some shooting with my 1911 Springfield Armory Range Officer 9mm. Just kind of do some draws, kind of see how that goes with it. just gave you my impressions. So. Draws in nice and smooth, very smooth. Yeah, very smooth draw, very smooth, easy to find the holster after drawing. Very smooth. I really like it. It's sometimes with Kydex you kind of fight it a little bit. You know, it's kind of rough. This is such a smooth in and out. It's a smooth draw and it's a smooth reholster. It's like butter, I'm telling you guys. It is such a smooth draw and such a smooth transition back into the holster. It's really nice, I really like it. Sorry about the ATVs, the motorcycles. One of my usual shooting spots, so you guys are probably used to it by now. Let it pass. Alright, so back from shooting, and just give my final thoughts here on the Alien Gear outside the waistband cloak mod holster. It's actually one of my favorite outside the waistband holsters I've ever used. Mostly because it's just it's this soft like inner lining here is just so nice to when you draw and when you reholster. It's just very smooth, like I mentioned when I was out shooting. I love the modularity that you can swap different plates. You know, if I want to, this is a 1911. If I want to go over to the Glock 19, I can just take these screws out here, and I've got an outside the waistband holster for the Glock 19. So you can get different shells, different applications. You can, you know, use the paddle. If you want to use the belt slide, you can do that. It's just a great outside option, and you can get it for under 50 bucks. So I think this is my new favorite outside the waistband holster. I've got a few Kydex ones, and this one is going to be my go-to, at least for these two, you know, the 1911 and the Glock 19. If I want to get a paddle for my Walther PPQ, simple. Actually, I think I have one from an inside the waistband holster, so I can just swap it over. So that's one of the coolest things about this holster, guys. So hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions or comments on it, please leave them down below. We'll see you on the next one.